My ID, as most of you may have looked at my background history and know already, my names were simple, Paul Kimani. This new name that you've given me, Wamatangi, I worked for it then when I was running for Member of Parliament for Kikuyu. I decided to start a small intervention in the lives of our people in Kiambu. After going around the sub-county then, or the constituency of Kikuyu that time, it was bigger, it encompassed both Kikuyu then and Kabete. I decided I was going to change the story of all families, most of the institutions around that had a serious problem in accessing clean drinking water. And when I started that intervention, I went over, and I didn't have money to be celebrated about. But just like most of you have said here, I became innovative. I went, partnered with some company in industrial area. We agreed, fine, I will do marketing for you. When I do marketing, I sell your products to as many people as I can with the contacts I've got. Don't pay me. Reinvest what you're supposed to pay me. I will be taking a water tank to substitute what you'd have given me as my payoff. And that water tank I would donate to a needy family, to an orphan's school, to all those kind of institutions. That is how I started going around to all those places, because that's a hardship area. Kikuyu on the other side, the other place called Ndeya, where we border Kajiado and Narok, is a tough area. It's like any of those arid areas. Indeed, in the year 2007, 2009, it was supposed to have been gazetted as an arid area alongside the other ASAL counties. Through that work, for 2 years, people would try to identify who is this guy coming around, and just donating tanks to women groups, needy families, whatever. So they would say it is a fellow called Kimani. And because there were other Kimanis there, and Kimani is a common name, so they would try to identify me specifically. They would say it is that Kimani Oriohea Nagamatagi. So now to make it brief, instead of explaining at Oriohea Nagamatagi, they would say Wa Matagi. And that is how the name Wamatangi became my name. Because everyone, Niwamata, every family, so many. We expanded to be a national brand, because if you go today to Pokot, you will find water tanks in watering places for animals and hardship areas. If you go to Lamu, in Mpeketoni, you will find tanks donated by Wamatangi. If you go to Makueni, in schools there, you will find the tanks that we donated. That is how I became Wamatangi. In the election of the year 2007, I was one of the top runners to be elected. But I couldn't get that seat because the name that was branded with my Roho was not in my papers. So everybody came saying, tunataka kuchagua Wamatangi. So I'm going, hapa kuna Wamatangi, hapa kuna Paul Kimani. So that is, I believe, how I lost that seat then. After that, nikaifanya jina langu. Kaenda huko kwa wakili, na kwa register of persons, kachukua deed poll, nikamwambia kutoka leo mimi mniite Wamatangi, hii majina ingine ifuate. So moving from there, I had a brand name. Fast forward, when I was running for that position, in the year 2006, I established free training college for the youth in Kikuyu at a place called Kanjero to train all young people from needy families, the ones who could not afford to pay, and they would all enroll and come and train in my computer college in Kikuyu, 2006. As of today, and that happened between 2006 and the year 2010. Today, for all those years, without closing one, I have got a total of 44 training colleges in this county of Kiambu that train for free, that are funded by my foundation. that we give certificates today. My friend should have told you that every year we graduate more than 2,000 youth in Kiambu for all those years up to today without having to change. What am I saying in short? That maybe from my background, how I grew up, again, maybe by the art and craft of the Almighty, because each one of us has a calling and a motivation as to why you live here, why you are here on earth. For me, uplifting people, changing the course of the destiny of somebody who can themselves be a change maker once you've given them the pedestal to step on. For me, that is what I live for.